Greetings, my fellow eagles and the entire world. This is Eagle Emmanuel Mensah with inspirations and guidance from Eagle Helen Mensah in the unseen world, coming into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. Today is the 12th of August in the year 2024, and the Bible says this is the day the Lord has made. And for that matter, we should rejoice and be glad in it. And so I take this opportunity to invite the whole world to join me to give thanks to God for the day that He has granted unto us and life in general. Life is beautiful. Life is wonderful. Life is glorious. Life is God Himself flowing through all things, including mankind. Today, I'm going to speak to you on a topic under a different theme. For the past months, I have been speaking under the theme Discovering and Understanding your Internal Guidance System. But now we are moving on to a new segment or a new theme. And so for these weeks and months to come, I will be speaking under the theme Mastering the Art of Deliberate Thinking. And so we are looking at deliberate thinking. And so today, the first topic we're going to look at under Mastering the Art of Deliberate Thinking is a question. And the question is, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Thinking is something that every human being is doing, whether you like it or not. It's automatic. And so before we actually move on to look at the topic itself, let us look at what is natural. We talk of natural things to us as human beings. What is natural to you? There are some things that no one taught us how to do them. No one taught you how to look at things. By nature, you just guide your eyes, and you begin to look at it, you begin to take the pictures. No one taught you how to sleep. Even when all of us were in our mother's womb, we used to sleep. And now, no one, we didn't go for any class, or we didn't for any lecture as to how to sleep. No one taught us how to be hungry. No one taught us how to be hungry. It is automatic. It is innate, inside us. No one taught us how to be hungry. No one taught us how to be thirsty. No one taught us anything that we call natural to us. No one taught us how to know that you have to go to nature school. No one taught us any of this. And so these are the things that are natural to us. So your eating, your drinking, your thirst, your hunger, and all these things are natural. And so it is with, even if we go back to, as human beings, what we talk of sexual desires. No one taught a human being how to develop sexual desire. It's something that is developed in you, whether you like it or not. So all these things are the natural thing. They are in us. And therefore, that is our natural state. And so it is with thinking. No one taught a human being how to think. You automatically think. As soon as you are awake and your five senses are active, you respond to things. And that is a natural thing to do. So it's natural for human beings to think. And it is unnatural for human beings not to think. That is a fact. But the fact is that as we think, as something that, or we perform the activity of thinking, as something which is natural to us, do we do it on purpose or we just do it as it is? Now, the way we operate is that everything that is in us, that is natural. We have control and we guide it, we use it purposefully. And therefore, whatever thing that is in you, like hunger, thirst, and all those things, we respond to them purposefully to make sure that our body functions well. And so when you are hungry, you don't just take the food and begin with your two hands and eat and eat and eat. If you go beyond a certain level, then you are doing a disservice to yourself. And so you control your desire for food. And as a matter of fact, we can link this to the car or the machines that we have. Let's just use a car. We all have if you have a car, and it is a fact, even if you don't have a car, we know that the essence, the laws that govern the car is that once you put it in the moving mode or the gear, you put it on a particular gear and you take your foot off the brake, the car must move. If you put it on drive, the automatic cars will normally is drive. So once you put it on the D and you take your foot off the brake pedal, the car must move by law. But do we just allow our cars just to go anywhere? If you allow the car will go. Even if there is a building, it will run into it. Because its natural state is to move. But we intelligently and purposefully direct the car in or around things, drive by things. We move away from things. And then we change direction. And then the car responds to us and it takes us to wherever we want to go. And so everything that we have been given as our natural state, we have a responsibility to purposefully direct it. If you don't direct it, it will take you wild. It will take you to wild places. And so that is why our mentor, James Allen, observed that a human being's mind is like a plot of land. If you leave it unattended, if you don't till it, it will bring out wild weeds, wild harvest for you. But if you diligently and deliberately till it, it will bring out good harvest that will serve you. You see? And so that is our mind. And so we are supposed to be deliberate thinkers, but not just people who are reacting to things. We are supposed to be deliberate thinkers. And the purpose of the whole of the activity we are doing here is to expose ourselves to this deliberate thinking and how to get the best out of our thinking. The fact is that we are all thinking, but it is not everyone that is getting the best out of the art of thinking. We destroy ourselves. Most people will destroy ourselves by our art of thinking, but unfortunately, we don't even know that we are the creators of this. But the fact is that we are the creators of our own realities by the way we think. And so your mind is everything that you have. And everything that you will ever be is the work of your mind. And you have control of your mind. So to be able to think the way you want to think is what we call deliberate thinking. We are here on earth. And we are surrounded by what we call contrast, life challenges. But as a matter of fact, we create our own reality. So what the life experiences you are going through right now is old news. And therefore, you are not supposed to face that you are not supposed to take it as a reality. You're not supposed to face it. But you are thinking with a determination to change what you are going through right now, tomorrow, or in the future. And so what you do is that you deliberately think opposite of what you are seeing. Because what you are experiencing, what you are seeing is not what you want. Unless, of course, what you're experiencing right now is what you desire. Then that means you have to continue thinking in that way so that you create more and more in the future. But if it is not what you want, then you must be deliberate. And that is to think what you want to think, regardless of what you are going through right now. That is a fact. This is a very powerful statement. To think what you want to think, regardless of what you are going through right now. And that is to think and dwell upon what you want to be in the future. And in that case, you are like your car that is dragging you. It it is moving fast into a post or a pole or a wall, what do? You do everything in your power to steer the car away, to reduce the speed, to do whatever thing that is needed, and to move the car away from that pole or that wall that you are facing. And that is deliberate thinking. We do this in most of these things. It is only when it comes to life situations that we think something powerful, supernatural things that have to do those things for us. But that is not the truth. You have to do it. Whatever you are seeing right now is a recorded version of your life. That is what you have already thought of emotional life in the past. And therefore, the only way to change it is to think deliberately about what you are looking for. And so think about what you're looking for. What you are seeing right now is not the truth. Yes, it's true that it is experienced, it is in your life. But it is not that it is in your life because someone or God brought it into your life, but you taught it into being. And so the truth about this is that you think the way you want to think, what you want to see in the near future. And therefore, you take control of your mind, you discipline your mind, and think purposefully. You think on purpose. That is why we say thinking on purpose. You see? And so to be a deliberate thinker is to always ask yourself the question, what am I thinking? And as you think, you get a feedback. You feel. You have the feeling of your own thinking, the thoughts generate emotions. And you need to ask yourself, what am I thinking and how am I feeling? If it is good, go on to do it. If it is not, then change it. Be deliberate, be purposeful. And then you make amendments to your thought processes. You make amendments to your thinking, regardless of what you are going through. And you are doing it with the mind that you want to make changes to your future experiences. This is deliberate thinking. This is thinking on purpose. And so, do not accept what you are seeing right now as a reality. Do not accept what you are going through right now as the truth. Yes, it is true, but that is not the truth that you want in your life. So what is true is that think about the truth that you want in your life tomorrow. And as you think about that, then you have control. You have the power to effect the change that you want. You see? So, to be a deliberate thinker is simple. Is to take control of your mind and always ask yourself, what am I thinking? You are supposed to have control over your mind. Your mind can take you to places. It can take you to beautiful places. It can take you to wild places. It can take you to painful places. All is by your power. And you have the power to control it. You have the power to tell it. And so this is the time that we have to become aware, conscious of that. The education we are giving here is education that you will not get anywhere in your life, whatever you find yourself, especially those of you in Africa. But we are doing this, and it is my prayer that you will become conscious of this. We are destroying our lives. We are creating painful and sour situations in our life because we lack the understanding of how we operate and the power that we possess. And so, you are supposed to be a deliberate thinker. Do not look at things that are happening right now and just think over them. What people do is that you say, I'm thinking. I couldn't sleep last night. I was thinking all through night. And what they do is the worry, the fret, they get themselves disturbed. They couldn't sleep. And they say they are thinking. No, you are not thinking. You are wasting your mind. Or actually, you are not a deliberate thinker. But you are recreating the same situation in your life. But a deliberate thinker is the one that asks him or herself, what am I feeling or what am I thinking, number one. Number two, how am I feeling from the thoughts that I'm entertaining? If the feeling is no good, then be wise enough to change the topic. Look for anything that you can get in your life to distract your life, to distract your line of thinking. That is how it is. Like the car analogy. If you are in a car and the car is taking you into a wall or a post or into a ditch, what do? You use all your knowledge in driving to make sure that you control the car to prevent it from taking you to into that situation. But what we do is that people just resign. Oh no, I can't. Then they keep on declaring, no, I can't. This one I can't. I do this and that, and therefore they keep on indulging in the negative thinking. And they say that they are thinking. No, you are not thinking. Even if you are thinking at all, you are allowing your mind to control you. But you are supposed to control your mind. You're supposed to be a deliberate thinker. Every deliberate thinker thinks and gets solutions to his or her problems. Every deliberate thinker thinks over the current situation and change the situation in the future. That is when we say you are living as a true human being who has control and power over his or her own life. And so you are not just an object moving through this world. And that is the purpose that we are doing, the purpose of our existence, eagle mentality in particular, is to expose our fellow Africans in particular. We are speaking to the whole world, but our main focus is to bring this knowledge and understanding, consciousness to the minds of our fellow African people, the black people. We have to wake up. We are going through a lot of difficult things. We are going through a lot of challenges. But we are unable to get the solutions to them because we are not deliberate thinkers. We acknowledge only what we are seeing and we allow those things to control us. And therefore we resign to our fate. But every deliberate thinker is the one that sees his or her opportunity and says, yes, this problem is here, but this is an opportunity. Therefore, I am going to think deliberately and create something opposite. And when the opposite comes, it becomes a solution. Then you become free from that. And so, to be a deliberate thinker is what we are working on. Be a deliberate thinker. But the first thing you have to do is always ask yourself, what am I thinking? And then follow it with the next question. How am I feeling with my thinking? If you are thinking about any subject that doesn't make you feel good, that is a message to you that you are not a deliberate thinker. Therefore, become awakened or wake yourself up and purposely take control of your mind and change the direction of your thoughts. And then you become a deliberate thinker. So, a deliberate thinker is someone or the person that thinks whatever he or she wants to think, regardless of what he or she is seeing. And so, whatever thing that is happening in your life is not the truth. It's illusion because you created it in the past. It's old names. And therefore, you ignore that thing and purposefully think the things that you want to see in the future over it. So, you think the truth as observed by Wallace Waters. That to think what you want to think is to think the truth in the appearance of outer experiences. The truth is that you are a creator. The truth is that you create your own realities. And therefore, what you are thinking momentarily is what will happen in your life in the future. That is the truth. And therefore, to be guided by this truth is to take your mind off what you are thinking right now and think of what you want to be. It is a matter of training. We need to train ourselves and bring ourselves to this state. And that is why we say we are deliberate thinkers. We deliberately take our life circumstances and challenges and we turn them into opportunities. We turn them to opportunities. That is a fact. And so, to be a deliberate thinker is to take control of your mind, to think. Do not allow your mind to take control of you, but take control of your mind. Just as we take purposeful or we take deliberate actions to control our car, drive it and guide it to places that we want to go. In the same way, we must take control of our mind and give it a direction. But it must start on the principle that you are the creator of your own realities and you create your life through your thoughts. And there is a time delay between the time you think and the time your thought will become a reality or manifestation in your life. And in between, you are to be thinking on only what you want to achieve. And so, if you are poor right now, do not see yourself as poor, but begin to think of riches. Do things that is synonymous with riches. Do things that resonate with the habit of riches. And as you do that, you create that life in the future. If you are sick, in the same way, begin to see yourself in your mind that you are healed. You are this, you are that, you are doing this, and you create it in the future. You see. So be a deliberate thinker. Do not accept what you are seeing right now as the truth. And do not accept what you are seeing right now as the reality. You are not here to face reality, believe it or not, but you are here to create reality. And the way you create your reality is look at your current situation and declare, I do not want it. Therefore, what am I thinking about it? I'm going to think in a positive and a constructive way and create something beautiful as the opposite to this current situation. And that is why we say you are creating your own realities, and you are actually thinking as a deliberate thinker. So that is my message for you today. And as I've always been saying, we have only just 20 minutes to do this exposition, but it is up to you for you to begin to think about whatever I am bringing up here. And as a matter of fact, we encourage you to also do your own research. And we also encourage you to take an active part in what we are doing. Most of you have your religious groups and other things. But as a matter of fact, if you go there, they don't teach you all these things. They just only give you they put fear and worry in you. We are not discouraging you from going to being part of your religious group. No. But we are only asking you to become aware or become conscious of the fact that you are the creator of your own reality. There is no enemy anywhere. There is no devil anywhere. There is no evil forces anywhere. They are all in you. What you are thinking about right now, create those things in your life. Therefore, begin to think of something different. Look at life as benevolent. Look at life as good. Look at life as something beautiful that God has granted unto us. And rejoice in that. And think only what you want to see in your life. Think only what you want to see in your life. And as you do that, you recreate your life and you become a master of all circumstances. That is my message for you. Now, may the overshadowing presence of God that keeps the stars in the open such that they do not fall on us, and keeps the planets in their orbit such that they do not clash with one another, lead and guide you, energize you and empower you. And as we go on in this series, you will discover your own power, and you discover your own presence, the power that you are the creator of your own realities. And to conclude, I just want to make this one appeal. This is something that we are doing and helping one another. And therefore, as you listen to this message, we encourage you to forward it to your friends, to share it with your family members, your friends, and help us to bring this message of empowerment, to bring this message of freedom to our people, such that all of us together we will create a reality that befits one another. And once again, do not forget to click on the subscribe button if you haven't done so, and join our community and help us to take this to another level. We are taking thought to another level. Thank you, and God bless you. Have a beautiful day.